it's Jasmine, and today we are going to talk about turkey as a meat to use in raw food for your cat. Before we get started, if you are new to this channel and into cat stuff, including raw cat food and nutrition and different cat care tips, as well as human fitness and nutrition and stress management tips, then go ahead and click that subscribe button below, as well as the little bell icon that's right next to it, because we do put out new videos every Catterday. So when most people think about turkey, especially if you are in the United States, Thanksgiving may come to mind, and one of the most common beliefs is that turkey and the tryptophan in turkey is what causes people to have that post-Thanksgiving meal coma, but you may be surprised to learn that that is not completely true. So let's get into the science behind what tryptophan is first. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid and component of serotonin, which is known as the happy chemical of your brain. And the serotonin is what gets converted into melatonin. And melatonin may sound familiar because it is a popular supplement to help induce sleep. Depending on if you have jet lag or certain situations, melatonin as a supplement can be helpful, but it's already present in the body as a sleep-inducing hormone. So it is true that turkey in particular does have tryptophan in it, but it's not an excess amount. It's actually only slightly more than chicken meat. Actually, the truth is that cheddar cheese, gram per gram, has more tryptophan than turkey does. So, believe it or not, when we are talking about humans and Thanksgiving and that turkey coma that people get after the huge meal, it's not mainly because of the turkey, but it's mainly because of the excess carbohydrates that people are eating, plus typically alcohol and dessert, plus just an excess amount of food in general. Those factors more so are what trigger a release of insulin, which is spiking your blood sugar up. And as a result, removing the majority of amino acids from your blood except for tryptophan. So as a result, not only do you feel cozy and good and probably calm-minded and happy because of the increase in serotonin, but consequently you will get sleepy afterwards. Something else that's pretty interesting is that eating or ingesting tryptophan on an empty stomach has actually been shown to induce vivid dreams. And that is something that I did notice in Puppy on the turkey diet also. He always kind of does his flickety dreams every now and then, but when he was conked out, passed out all the time, he did seem to just be in this deep sleep. And I didn't sit there watching him all day to monitor exactly how many times he potentially dreamt he was chasing something, or one of my theories is he dreams that I'm dying half the time because he'll wake up and be super excited to see me alive, but that's not really relevant here. So now back to turkey and how it may affect cats. If you watched my video last week where I described the different observations I had when feeding Puppy different kinds of meats, you'll remember that the main thing I noticed when feeding him only turkey thighs as his base meat was that he was just sedated all of the time. Now, if you did watch the taurine videos, then you may remember that taurine, which is also an amino acid, decreases or gets destroyed when food is cooked and strained out of meat, and basically in a lot of scenarios it gets depleted from the food source. The same goes for tryptophan. So it goes to say that with the raw turkey thighs, which aren't cooked, the tryptophan is more potent, and that's why putting it in the raw food may have a stronger effect than if you were to feed your cat cooked turkey. Now, if you're wondering if turkey is a good idea for you to use for your cat, there are two instances or things to consider to figure out if it could actually benefit your cat. The first option is if your cat is allergic or has an allergy sensitivity to chicken, which some cats actually do. Turkey would be a good substitute, although you would definitely not want to use only turkey thighs in the recipe, which I will also link in the description below, because of the overt sedation factor. Now, the second scenario where turkey may actually benefit your cat if you incorporate it into your raw food recipe is if your cat is anxious or nervous or aggressive or acting out for any reason. Unsurprisingly, you can find tryptophan as a sold supplement in a powder or a pill, just like a lot of other amino acids out there. And a lot of pets will actually have this prescribed to them or suggested to them, because you don't need a prescription, if the pet is being aggressive, or for example, cats, if they are peeing outside of their litter box or in a new atmosphere with maybe new pets where they're just acting really stressed out or anxious. But the good news is that by using raw turkey in the food, it has been shown to help calm these behaviors and actually act as a relaxant and therapeutic supplement in a way to reduce the stress of cats and even dogs. So if your cat is struggling with one of those two scenarios or situations, then putting turkey in the raw food could actually really benefit and help to modify your cat's behavior. Or in the case of the chicken allergy, you can still succeed in feeding your cat a raw food diet, including some poultry. Now, if you do want to try the turkey meat in the diet as a base meat, I do suggest, again, not using only turkey thighs. You want to use half the weight in turkey thighs and then half of whatever other meat you choose. That could be chicken or beef or rabbit. Just start with that kind of 50-50 mix of the meat, and then monitor your cat's behavior and what goes on and if anything changes. And if that makes your cat too sedated, for example, cut it back even more. Use about 25% of turkey thighs to 75% of whatever other meat you choose, and then go from there. If you want to know more about how easy it is to make your own homemade raw cat food, just make sure to check out my cat stuff playlist, because I have tons and tons of videos on there. And I will also leave a link to the free recipe calculator in the description below, which will help make it really easy for you to calculate the meat to the supplements and all the proper ratios in order to make the raw cat food. And as always, I would love to hear from you guys and learn which specific meat blends your cats thrive off of. I love it when you guys let me know in the comments, because not only does that get a discussion going, it also gives me ideas for future videos or things to try with Puppy and then report back to you guys. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you found it interesting or helpful. If you did, please make sure to click that thumbs up below, because that helps me know the content that you like to see. And remember to click subscribe as well to get next week's video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and being a part of the Cat Lady Fitness family. And we will see you in next week's video. Bye.